Welcome to Understanding Online Lectures. In this video, you will learn about how to use online lectures, how to complete 3-2-1 submissions, and how to complete note and class summaries. Students in a flipped class watch a video the night before class. When you come to class, you ask the teacher, me, questions about what you learned in the video. I'll answer those questions, and then we will use the majority of class time to apply what you learned to a series of situations. To access online lectures, you go to firstcolonialworld.wix.com/roho, and the screen on the right of this PowerPoint will appear. World History 1, We Think Globally. Select Lectures on the top of the page and use the pull-down screen to select the unit of study. For example, you would click Lectures, and if we were in Unit 1, you would select Unit 1. On the bottom will be the next screen that comes up. You'll see it says Unit 1 Lectures, the Prehistoric World, Topic 1.1. Watch the lectures directly on the website. It is an embedded YouTube video, so you can watch it either online or on your phone, or you can also select the YouTube option and watch it there directly. The ultimate benefit of a flipped class is that you control the speed at which I lecture. Let me explain. You push play on the embedded YouTube video and this first screen will appear. It is a YouTube video, so you should be able to play this video on any electronic device. The first lecture slide will tell you the topic of study. You'll hear me always introducing that this is a World History 1 lecture series video. Each additional slide, they just keep moving forward through the video, covers both orally and visually a specific issue with supporting information. For example, in this slide, history and time work together, that's the big issue. Everything else are specifics. I never lecture beyond what is on that slide, though I will give examples and try to explain a little bit. After I talk on each slide, there is a 10-second delay. You can either finish your notes there or push pause. When you're done, push play and we'll move forward. One of the hardest skills students need to master in school is how to take notes. In this class, you will either take 2 column notes or Cornell notes, and I'll show you how to set those up now. First, you're going to draw a T on your paper if you're taking 2 column notes, or an I on your paper if you are taking Cornell notes. Second, on the top of the paper, you're going to list the date of the class, the unit that we are in, and the topic of the online lecture that you watched before you came to class. On the left side, or in the left column, you will write the big points from the lecture, and I'll show you how to figure out what those big points are in a second. And on the right side, you write the specifics that you saw in the lecture. Here's an example of how we apply what we just learned. Let's talk about the unit and topic of study. As you see, the World History 1 lecture has a front page. This is Lecture 1.1, Defining Time. We are in Unit 1, which is the Prehistoric World. You would put that information on the top of your notes. Now we're moving into the video, and you can see a typical slide here. On the top are the big points in blue. History and time work together, and on the bottom are the specifics. So as you take these notes, you should write history and time work together in the left column of your Cornell notes, and you have just found one of your big points. And as you continue, you keep listing your big points on the left side. The last thing we need to do is add the specifics to our notes. These are the little bits and pieces of information that support our general understanding of history. So here's how it works. We already talked about the big picture. History, time work together. That's over on the left side of our notes. Now we're going to take those 2 specific pieces of information about the concept of time and the study of history, and we're going to put them in the right column. And we align those pieces so that the big picture is supported by the smaller details. When you go back to study your notes, it will all make sense. Online lectures are an excellent way for you, the student, to learn information from me, the teacher, at your own pace. But I still need to make sure that you learn the information correctly and that I can also answer any of your questions regarding the information. I do this by accepting from you a 3-2-1 submission. These submissions let me see if you've watched the lecture and if you have any questions. The submissions are done on paper and they are handed to me as you walk in the door of my classroom. You must have a submission. You must give it to me prior to the beginning of class. It is a graded assignment. Now, there are 3 things you need on the 3-2-1 submission besides your name and the block and the date. First, you're going to write down 3 terms that you learned from the lecture. 3 things that you never knew what they were before, or you now understand them in this context. You then write down 2 things that you learned from the lecture, 2 new facts. And the final thing you write down is 1 or more questions that you might have about what you learned. I will gather all the submissions right then and there. I'll look at the questions, we'll answer those questions, and then we'll start our class. In addition to 3-2-1 summaries, students will individually post their own summaries during the year on my Wikispace. Now, you're not going to be posting a summary every day. It will be your turn. You'll be assigned to post a summary once, twice, or even 3 times a quarter. And here's how it works. You will either complete an online lecture summary, which is a 2 to 3 sentence summary of the notes taken during your online lecture, or you will post a summary of classroom happenings. These are 4 to 5 sentence summaries about what happened in class, including some of the important concepts we explored in class. Instructions on how to post these summaries can be found at fchshistory.wikispaces.com, and you will be told when it is your turn to post a summary. If you still need help, email me at matthew.rossatini@vbschools.com. Call me at First Colonial High School, 648-5300, or the best thing to do is ask me for help in class. I am always here to help you. Thank you and have a good day.